What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Steven. This is Steven in Stereo, and in today's video we're going to be checking out the band Heart Attack Man. I've never actually listened to this band before. However, I've actually seen people talking about them, so I'm actually excited to check this out. Now, this is the song Like a Kennedy featuring Austin Knight. I'm a huge fan of Waterparks. I'm a huge fan of Austin Knight, so I have a feeling this is going to be a sick collaboration. Before we get into today's video, I just want to thank Amy over on Patreon. Thank you so much for requesting this video, introducing me to this, and just supporting me over on Patreon. You know, YouTube doesn't make money. That's totally fine, but I appreciate that I have so many fans over there that actually allow me to keep doing this thing. So with all that out of the way, we're going to check out Like a Kennedy and see what Heart Attack Man is all about.
President Kennedy and Governor John Connally have been cut down by assassin bullets in downtown Dallas. They were riding an open automobile when the shots were... So
this has nothing to do with this, but it kind of does. But if you want to know a really interesting story, you should look up, so obviously, like, you know, Kennedy was assassinated. The Misfits around that time, they put out a song called Bullet, and you should definitely listen to that song because it actually got them, like, banned from Dallas for kind of a long time. So check it out.
President Kennedy and Governor John Connally have been cut down by assassin bullets in downtown Dallas. They were riding an open automobile when the shots were fired. The president, his limp body carried in the arms of his wife Jacqueline, is rushed to Parkland Hospital.
Congratulations, you got what you wanted. They crossed my name off the hit list.
Oh, dude, early 2000s kind of sound with that vocal approach. I love that. It's a little bit slower tempo. It kind of has like this reverb, kind of like fills up the verse a lot, actually. It sounds super fucking sick and makes me very nostalgic.
They crossed my name off the hit list. Mission accomplished. Good news for my enemies.
Oh, yeah. I love that like higher range gives me kind of like a Sum 41 kind of vibe. I feel like in pop punk, when you can sing with that like pop punk, any of that alternative space where you can have like more of a head, like nasally kind of voice, I feel like it just works so fucking well for this genre. Oh. Dude, Austin Knight is one of those fucking artists where I'm so happy that he chose to do what he does with music. But you know those bands where they have like someone in the group where you're like, dude, you could have done any genre in the world. Like you could have done any sound. I've heard Austin Knight do some shit with his voice sometimes where I'm like, dude, you could have been like just a straight up pop star if you wanted to be. And I think that's so cool to have so much talent in these really awesome genres that I feel like when they started, when they were coming up, people wrote them off as being like simple or something. Yeah, there's not a lot of chord progression in punk music, but what you can do with those chords is so fucking beautiful. And you know, Austin Knight just proves that. Yeah. Love that rasp in his voice too. You know what I really love about this? I'm a big fan of the band Hostage Calm. I don't know if you guys have listened to them before. If not, you should totally check it out. But I fucking love that band. Please Remain Calm and Die on Stage. Such good records. Definitely, like, I hear this vocal and it makes me like think about that band a little bit. And again, more nostalgia. This is so sick. How's this band not bigger? Yes. That's the stage dive. Someone just did a flip. Woo. Oh yeah, dude. Are you hearing Austin's vocals back there? Woo! Fuck. Dude, I feel like, okay, this is a sound that everyone talks about all the time. Everyone, especially like my age, is always talking about how we're so nostalgic for the sound, and I wish people would make this sound. And I feel like I see a consistent thing where like anytime a newer band comes out, people find a way to just like make it not the thing they were looking for, even though it kind of feels like the music we're always searching for always exists. You just have to find the artist, because it's all about like what's popular at that time. But like all these genres that we love, they still exist. Like if you're a big fan of like, well, like most genres at this time because of the internet, but like even like metalcore, at least these like subgenres of metal that like you don't feel like you hear anymore, or like, you know, specific types of like hardcore and punk and stuff, it all exists. It's just not always the thing that is the most popular at that time. What I love about this sound is it gives me that late 90s, early 2000s kind of like love and nostalgia of sort of like the alternative space, like pop punk and all that stuff. But like all of that melody, all those things that really emphasize on the pop coming to life in these like beautiful, like this chorus is amazing. Also, when you have Austin in this, again, this is somebody who's got a range you would not believe when it comes to like what he's been able to accomplish in music so far. Hearing him in this is so sick too, because again, you've got this really cool, like true to the art fucking like pop punk kind of sound, and like get that sort of like, it's that kind of pop punk sound that has that almost like emo twist to it, kind of like, you know, there was like the Man Overboards and my favorite band, which is Crucial Dudes. I mean, all these bands had a little bit more of like that pop punk sound. But when you take that emphasis on the pop, it kind of reminds me of like Descendants, right? And I love that they have that here. And when Austin is on these vocals too, you know, especially going into those runs in the back, it just adds such a cool fucking moment. Like that whole last part with those vocal trade-offs was so sick. It's cool because like, this is what I grew up listening to. This is like what my whole life was based on, was like punk and hardcore forever. And with that, I would just listen to it and listen to the lyrics, and that would be it. But I didn't realize just how talented these artists really were until, you know, I mean, I've been doing this for like almost 6 years at this point. So like you start to look at music in a whole different way. And the artistry here is incredible. This band is very talented, and it makes me like, I don't know, it makes me so happy to dive into artists like this and truly get to appreciate more than just, oh, this is sick. Like actually get to appreciate the musicianship that's going on here. You know, it's not easy to have vocals that sound great like this. It's hard to do that nasally sound. Like I think of like a New Found Glory or something. It's really hard to do that and sound great, but execution is perfect here, right? It sounds fucking awesome. I really want to experience something live from them, because I feel like I'm preaching to a choir here, but we all know that like, yeah, this is sick. This is not the way it's meant to be listened to. This is supposed to be live. And I can tell because there's definitely a stage dive moment. So I don't know if Austin has performed this song with them, but I'm definitely going to try to find something, because I'm super stoked in seeing what that energy is like, because Austin's nuts on his own. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is really cool. Thank you, Amy, for actually introducing me to this group. Like I said, I've heard of them before, never listened to them. I can't believe that they're not bigger than they are, just considering this is the sound that everybody on the internet's always talking about what they miss. You're upset that these artists that you like aren't making that sound. Well, Heart Attack Man is. I mean, this is only one song I've listened to, but fuck, I have an idea of what some of their music might sound like, and I'm fucking excited for it. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.